What it do, ski? It's your boy Faley McWhaley, and today I think my name is just permanently that. I think people are gonna be confused as to why I refer to myself as that, and I'm honestly not too sure why I do. And today I'm here with my reaction video to Community. This one is gonna be the double bubble. We're popping season 4. We're gonna be doing episode 12 and 13. Yeah, I'm excited to see how we're gonna go about the wrapping up this season, especially since we've been building up the idea of them graduating somewhat, the valedictorian speech. Changnesia is sure to be some sort of big plot, I'm assuming, for this one, because of that's been lurking in the background. So yeah, also Troy and Britta have separated, so let's see where they decide to go with this season 4 finale. But with that being said, as always, if you enjoyed this video, I'm gonna need you to just gently kiss the like button. And of course, in case you're interested in getting the full unedited raw reaction and more, links in the description down below for that. But with that being said, let's go to Greendale another time. Yeet.
Did you ever take pictures of your feet and post them on the internet for money?
No.
Guys, this history final is going to be...
I am studying history. I'm studying our history.
Wow.
Nobody bite.
According to my research, our paths have crossed many times. We were destined to meet, like a team of superheroes.
Oh god.
This.
And here we
go. Let's see
Abed,
it.
we don't have origin stories. We have lives.
No, like something more accessible, like Unbreakable.
Abed, I know it's disappointing to you, but
Unbreakable's
we're not
great.
superheroes.
I've done it. I've infiltrated the school. I've learned its secrets. I've gained everyone's trust. Vengeance will be mine.
City fucking college. I actually just put up the paintball episode on YouTube, so that's a good lineup right there. You know, if they let's see if they can actually execute this Changnesia, because if this is actually an enjoyable episode, let's see.
And it was the best time you ever had with your father.
How did you know that?
You keep this ticket stub in your wallet.
Abed, you can't... Just give it back!
I know you're all wondering how I do it.
Okay, let's see
How do
it.
I balance Israeli folk dancing every Friday night?
It's Adderall.
Simple matter.
No way.
And we're back.
Then...
No way.
Hey, Troy.
Excited about tonight, honey. It's been too long since we had adult time without the kids. So we were at the mall on the same day.
Mail call. Oh, that's all right. Won't be needing it today.
Greendale Resort and Casino presents Steve Winwood.
Okay.
Oh my god, what was Britta like
familiar?
in the past?
This is me and my anarchist collective at the courthouse. We call ourselves the Anarchists.
Did you guys know that Jeff's in that photo?
What?
No. How?
My man. Congrats on getting your case thrown out.
Thank you. Excuse me, Mr. Ware. You're a hero. Finally takes a stand on animals' rights. Thinking this is our last hurrah. But this is our first hurrah. We're just getting going.
Misty is the stripper that Andre cheated on me with, and you defended her.
Surely...
If you hadn't
It's
gotten that whole
ridiculous.
record...
See? I told you we were always destined to meet.
It's kind of fun, I guess.
Misty, can I talk to Jeff for a moment?
Also, it's Boyle from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've seen the first 3 seasons of that show back in the day. Very
We'll
funny.
go,
I mean, I'm finally willing to forgive Annie for ruining high school.
Wait, I ruined your time in high school?
Yeah. I'm gonna do a kick flip. Everybody!
Oh
look at
no! They're actually showing it!
The first award is most.
Is that magnitude?
And the winner is.
I'm sorry. Do you go to my school? Your words cut me more than hundreds of non-tempered glass shards could.
I had 6 different reconstructive.
That's the origin of Pop
To
Pop?
smile when I didn't feel like smiling.
That is so funny. Oh my god. Oh my, I was processing that he actually just running through the glass right there. And then once he went to magnitude. That's good.
Why are you here to see the movie?
I'm not. I go wherever it plays to warn people. You've been warned.
Okay, fine. I'll come get you. I'm sorry, baby. I'll be back as soon as I can.
I don't see why I have to go to a therapist.
I'm trying to liberate you! Ow!
You're the crazy man at the mall.
You're the one who got me busted for drugs.
You were out there somewhere and you weren't looking for me?
In fairness, Annie.
Batman has the Joker, the Justice League has Legion of Doom.
Where does
and
Pierce
this
fit in
study
this?
group.
And I'm gonna go get crap on other people's lawns drunk.
to a memorable evening for both of us. Maybe you coincidentally affected some of us.
I don't know how I feel about them. On part of it, it was pretty cool to see their backstory, but matching them all together, I don't know how I feel about it, but there's some pretty good moments throughout that.
I should probably write George Lucas a note of apology.
Okay, let's not get crazy.
This is where I was when I first decided to go to Greendale. You're kidding me.
This better not awaken anything in me.
What a dweeb.
Yeah, what a dweeb. Oh, nice shot, man.
Sir, what are you doing? Can we get some help out here? Some old guy broke the machine and is faking a heart attack.
All led us to this point, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
So what you're saying is that we're all each other's Uncle Ben's murder.
And we're all Spider-Man.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That was a good nod to Donald Spider-Man.
Let's.
I think we know whose will this really is.
Yeah, I think I do.
Chang.
Hey, Abed.
Like how the Cosmic Cube assembled the Avengers, that and the $4 billion deal with Disney. Turns out, you were always one of us. I came to see if you wanted to get some frozen yogurt.
That's all I ever wanted. But it's too late.
Also, you may have experimental monkey fever. You coming?
I'm out. I changed my mind.
Fuck you, Chang. A lot of forced puns in this series, but some of them are still pretty good.
Refills?
My old partner in my new firm.
Alright, Jeff's going for it. Fuck, this is really graduation.
Take a look
But
around.
there's
Winger.
2 more
Your
seasons.
new old life.
I don't get it. We just had Christmas and now it's warm outside.
Of course it is, dummy. We just finished fall, spring semester.
Bring on summer, winter.
I can't wait.
He's graduating early. I'm totally unprepared to deal with this.
No, Annie, please don't. Well, it's official. You just sent in some papers and they stopped charging you. It's moving in its own way.
So this is it? A banner and some soda Troy forgot to bring?
Can we at least walk with you to the dean's office?
What now? No. I was gonna mail it in next week or, whenever.
Don't be silly.
No, you gotta
We started
celebrate it.
as a
Come on,
study group,
guys.
we'll finish as a study group.
Not gonna even lie though, mailed in my. It hasn't come in yet, but for my college degree, I got that mailed in.
Emotions are running high, so I will keep this tight and short. I'm gonna miss our playful get our room already banter.
Well, you're
I can
neighbors.
come
It's
back.
okay.
No, I can do this.
Wait a second. Where? Oh, actually, I take that back. I was saying, where is Starbirds because he's alive, but he hasn't popped up at all, even like for like a quick sequence this season. So unless he's in cahoots with City College,
Everything's Jeff.
Jeff!
This seat taken?
Oh, you.
So, I think I have a fun and fair way to decide which of the 6 of us will bring the soda.
oh shit,
We'll roll for it.
Jeff, really? Oh my fucking god, you broke the man.
It didn't land on a number. That probably means nothing.
Or it means everything.
Let's hope not. You know what? I'll bring a soda. Don't worry. I'll make sure there aren't any more hangups.
All the timelines are gonna converge.
Forever?
Dean, 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 dean. Dean,
What the fuck?
dean, 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 dean. Dean, 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 dean.
I am effing dead.
Why are you trying to avoid graduating?
I wish I knew. Took you long enough.
Hey, nobody said you had to travel naked.
Wow.
Oh, they all came?
How hard is that to understand?
It's not. I just like when you talk down to me like a child.
What the fuck?
Oh, Annie. I don't know if it's the beautiful decorations or the impending floral archway. This is the perfect moment to remember you by.
Remember me by.
You're going nowhere. I'm about to return to my cool adult lawyer life.
It's pretty bold to actually
Last day of school.
take the darkest timeline seriously and meshing it with what should be their graduation. It's pretty risky, man. Let's see what's popping. Starburns.
Hello, Abed.
Hello, evil Jeff.
What? How did...
Wait. Cole.
Oh god.
The darkest timeline.
Not his Blackberry. Oh god.
Breakfast sandwich card is such a great idea.
Just stopping by to hand out some invites to my graduation. Here's one for the desperate housewife who spends more time with her pathetic business than with her family. People are gonna think there's horse in it.
What are you gonna say to Troy?
Whatever, losers, go. I cannot believe the hurtful things you said to me in my office. I'll have you know.
Oh, I wish we'd seen that.
Okay,
Or
Annie,
Dean that.
something...
You should call him.
Not now. I have to find the others and figure this out.
Crap, we're losing him.
What? Who are you?
You're me?
I've come from the darkest timeline to make sure you take that job.
Damn, this
He's
is crazy.
essential to our future.
Not without my study group.
Now who's in a Lifetime movie?
Then I'll be rid of you another way.
What am I watching right now?
Need some help?
Let's burn this mother down.
Yeah, he did have the voice recorder. That's funny.
Anyone's there.
Nobody cares.
Abed brought me here to prove to all of you.
Whoa!
Pierce! We thought you were dead.
Hell no. After I got shot, I faked my death. Here you all are planning an invasion without me.
Again, we thought you were dead. Basically, the first person to shoot themselves wins.
Winner!
That bow tied itself every time.
We're here! Scatter!
I can count the bullets. One of us is out.
Is it you?
Yes. Does it sound intimidating?
Okay, the best part of this episode is it's gotta be Troy. Evil Troy. Oh, and I guess I did sneak in a paintball for a finale again, yeah.
What? We finally figured out a way to make paintball cool again.
But did we?
Sacred and eternal bond
Oh,
between a
the whole
student.
supporting cast.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Okay.
Whatever.
And my love for you is immeasurable. Even when you split it 7 ways.
Well said, Jeffrey.
Pierce,
Fucking
you don't have to
Pierce.
do this. I'm ready to graduate.
Yeah? Well, I'm ready to graduate first.
Congratulations, Pierce.
Oh, I fucking love this theme. It's so good.
Plus,
Maybe he'll
if
be
I
a
stay in
lawyer for
town,
him,
I
Dan?
can pop by anytime I want.
City College?
I'm standing here in Timeline 5 where things are pretty much normal.
Troy and I decided to give our baby an African name. Isn't that right, Chewbacca?
It means he who hunts bounties. Back to you.
And that was my reaction video to Community Season 4, Episode 12 and Episode 13, everybody. So, let's talk about that finale we might have to get the Darkest Timeline Farewell here to review this. See what they're going for with the whole idea of the comic book, Unbreakable, as they even referenced, episode. And for some reason, I could feel people not really disliking this episode for what they did to sort of, sometimes when you have origins or unnecessarily explaining in depth a lot of backstories or forcing connections, it can probably piss some people off. So I imagine that might be the case with this episode. For me personally, after watching this, the idea and the intent here was pretty cool. Was the execution of it necessarily my favorite? And what it was entirely necessary, I'm not too sure how I feel about it. On one hand, I thought the transitions of the comic book, panels were really cool. I think the idea of expanding on some of the small throwaway lines and dialogue we've had from like season 1 and 2, I think they played really close attention to some of those and expanding them. And others felt really forced and unnecessary. So for example, I think the whole idea of showing Addie Adderall was actually really cool because that's something that I always thought in the back of my mind, like I wonder how that was, like how her and Troy interacted. So I think out of all of those flashbacks or connections, Annie Adderall and Troy Barnes, when he was a jock, probably my favorites out of this episode. Annie and Troy and the insights to how Troy, obviously faked his knee injury. I actually really liked it where Annie sort of told him off. So that was sort of his like break moment. But the idea of forcing them all together in this episode with connections to the past, I think it was kind of, funny, I guess somewhat clever writing, trying to make them all work, but it's so forceful in my opinion. If they're gonna go with this silly idea of trying to make them all have like it was all predestined, they're all connected, all their lives are connected, I guess they did an okay job at it. Some of them were a little bit more well done than others. I didn't like the whole idea of Jeff and Shirley's, like at least for me, even if it's strangers, I remember faces a lot of the times. So to me, how they didn't piece this together is obviously because they tried to make it work for this one episode. I don't think I loved it. I think it was a nifty idea, but I don't think I loved how they tried to make them all work. On the other hand, you can sort of look at it like you look back at your life and how you've met people to get where you are in your current position or other positions where you were in a great place or met great people. It is pretty crazy coincidences similar to how it happened in this episode, but I guess because it's a TV show and we've seen their stories and we already know how they were at the beginning of season 1, this episode might contradict, at least if I'm thinking about it, might contradict some elements and maybe not to others, but kind of an odd choice for them to really do that and make that like concrete, like, yeah, they all met before. Ooh. But I will say, I think the idea of them, you know, having this all predestined, Jeff started to lean into emotional speech towards the end of this one, but it didn't. He started to nail it a little bit, but it didn't go, you know, for a full-on Jeff Winger speech. Like, you know, we're all destined to be together. We're family. I think they did an okay job at trying to pull the emotion here, but definitely could have been more potent in my opinion. But yeah, this is, I guess, an exaggerated version of that idea of just everything happens for a reason. With the Greendale 7, this one was it. So yeah, I think this was an okay episode. Some pretty cool flashback sequences. Some that I thought were great. Others that I thought were unnecessary. Some a little bit forced as well. It sort of does contradict the season 1 feel ever so slightly, and maybe some of the, you know, ideas that we had. But it seems like they played really close attention to some things this episode, like Annie running through the glass wall, and it was interesting to see how Troy. I think the coolest part was seeing Troy's how he acted prior to meeting the group, because we saw him acting like that in a fish out of water setting with the community group, but we didn't really see that with him in his prime with his high school friends or whatever it is. So that was pretty interesting. They explained why Chang was off the shits with Annie's boob, so it just was a little too much, I think, at points. But I think by far though, what made this episode 100% with 100% certainty was the introduction to Magnitude's pop, how it started. That makes this episode worth it, in my opinion. That was one of the, probably one of the best laughs, I think, of the season. That was really good. Actually, one second, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Hey guys. It's a Darkest Timeline farewell, I'm here. The finale for season 4, gotta be honest, I don't think I really liked it all too much. I was down for the idea of them all coming together for this last send-off for Jeff's graduation. But this show has done a really good job, in my opinion, at walking that fine line, especially with their very wonky ideas, and they've done them very cleverly. But for some reason, this episode was one of the first times, I feel, where they went with that, you know, crazy outward sort of ideas like the Darkest Timeline. But it felt like it veered too far off, and it went definitely into the tacky territory and the almost borderline just like not funny. It just sort of came off. I think tacky is a good word. I think that's how I would describe the idea of going full force with the Darkest Timeline. Even the side characters didn't get any sort of comments. Like Leonard and Jeff have had they're like the sort of unsung sort of back and forth banter. I would have loved to seen some of the side characters have like a proper send-off or something like that. Comments, and then that whole Darkest Timeline plot took a lot of the emphasis on what should have been the graduation, you know? So I don't think I really liked that element all too much, although I think Darkest Timeline Troy was hilarious. Yeah, this is one of the few episodes where, like, yeah, I really didn't like the kind of the direction they went with it. Kind of botched the Darkest Timeline bit a little bit for me, just honestly speaking. But then we got to the Jeff's portion at the end of the episode. It sort of redeemed itself ever so slightly, but again, the Darkest Timeline thing is Abed's. It's weird because that's Abed's thing. It's not Jeff's thing. So for that to be in Jeff's mind, just kind of seems weird. It seems sort of out of sync. To me, it almost seems like they were just trying to be like, okay, how can we come back for this finale and make it sort of like a bang? Well, why don't we just throw, you know, some of our top tier ideas that we've done, paintball and the Darkest Timeline. And sometimes too much of a good thing isn't always great. So I think that's sort of what happened with this episode. And yeah, sort of. Yeah, I would say that this one fell flat for me, man. Honestly didn't stick its landing, especially for a finale for the series. But with that being said, guys, that was season 4 of Community, episode 12 and 13, the finale. What'd you think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. I probably enjoyed episode 12 more than I did the finale. Although I thought the ending set off was pretty sweet, and then Pierce coming in just to say, "I beat you!" Was a good throwback to, you know, him wanting to be the best and beat everybody. But yeah, again, even the treatment of Pierce's episode just kind of stick to the side a bit again. But anyway, guys, that was my review for Community Season 4. What do you think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below in general. So, interested to see where they're going to go for Season 5 next. As always, if you enjoyed this one, then definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget, guys, in case you're interested in joining getting the full Under the Raw reactions more, then definitely check out patreon.com/Phil34 in the description down below. With that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.